Good morning, everybody. Hello. Welcome back to rumble.com/JJW. And I missed you. It's been a long weekend. A lot of stuff happened this week. And we are going to talk about the news. We're going to talk about just stuff going on in the on the internet that's fun. Deacon is getting coffee, but you guys can't see that at the moment. And just good morning, internet friends and fellow dads out there. Today is November 21st, 2022. Thanksgiving is coming upon us. It rapidly approaches with its big, fat, greasy turkey and dressing and cranberries. And then right after Thanksgiving, we start Christmas season. And I love Christmas season. I hate getting presents. I don't like getting presents. I really don't like picking out presents for anybody. But I will sing Christmas songs all month long, probably most of the rest of the year. So I'm so excited. I've already put my lights up. You can see I've got my set decorated here. I got Christmas lights. Hellboy's got a glowing mason jar full of lights, and I'm so excited. So good morning. We got pie picks. Brian's got pie picks. Is that Thanksgiving pie picks? Thanksgiving pie picks. Brian posts a lot of recipes and cooking stuff over in our Discord server, which you can get to by clicking in the description below. If you're watching this video later on Rumble or maybe on YouTube, I just don't know. And if you would like to, if you like the show enough to really support us, go over to jjw.locals.com. I try to post links to the show. I try to post the stories that we actually cover there, and occasionally post a link for supporters to join the show. So I see that Deacon is back at his desk. Let's see if he's awake. Is he awake? Deacon awake? Deacon, how are you doing, sir? I think he's
I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. I'm just sitting here listening to you.
I was shilling like a mill.
No, what I was thinking, I was cracking up because I was like, JJ's telling all these people, come find me. And I'm here and I'm here and I'm here and I'm here. And I'm like, screw you people. I don't want you finding me.
Man,
I'm not giving you my address. I don't want you finding me.
I do.
Me alone.
We need audience. If we want to have a cultural impact, this is my vision. I
don't want to have a cultural impact.
I know you don't. But here's what my vision is. I want to grow our audience.
Yeah.
And then be able to lean into the culture and sway opinion just a little bit. And then once we achieve that, I'm gonna flush it all to make bad dad jokes. I'm gonna just sacrifice the cloud just for jokes.
That'll work.
That's the plan.
That'll work. That'll work.
It's a good plan.
I just I'm the curmudgeonly old man. I don't want anyone. I want you kids to get off my damn lawn. Is what I want. That's all I want. Is you kids to get off my damn lawn.
I've literally said that to people before. I've literally said that. I said, can you not park on my curb? I don't care about your great grandma's 89th birthday or whatever. Just stop blocking my driveway.
Oh man.
Good morning. How's your weekend? How you feeling? I'm always very concerned about you. Please tell me you're doing okay.
Don't be concerned about me. I'm fine.
Yeah, you doing good? You okay?
It's all right.
Deacon, I am preparing to go on a big road trip up to it's 200 miles up to Dallas, Fort Worth area with my wife and my kids and our dog and a whole roof full of stuff. I bought one of these cargo bags you put on top of your car, and I got suitcases and just plastic. So I'm gonna look like I don't know. It's gonna look like my car with a giant fat hat on top. Yeah. So I've never done that before.
The family truckster. You're taking the kids across the country, going to Wally World. You're not even leaving.
Oh my God.
You're driving 8 hours and you're not even leaving Texas.
That is accurate.
Yeah, that's accurate. So that's
cool. Going to a different part of Texas.
Going to a different part of Texas. It's going to take a week to get there. Oh, yeah, that's cool. But, you know, did you know, though, it takes about 8 hours to get across Kentucky? I mean, it takes
Does it really?
from here where I live to get to Ashland, Kentucky on the other side by Virginia, it's about 8 hours, man. It takes about 7.5 hours to get there. So Kentucky's a long state.
Yeah, I'm gonna get my I'm gonna get maps up so I can see what Kentucky looks like, because I always get like Kentucky and Tennessee kind of like, you know, you guys in the middle of like the eastern middle over there, like hodged together a little bit.
Tennessee is like
So
the pan underneath us, and we're like the
yeah,
fried
Tennessee's kind of like a
chicken.
brick, and
Yeah,
then you guys are sitting on top of it.
yeah.
Yeah. So it takes 8 hours to go from
Where
Paducah.
I'm where I'm at over near Paducah to Ashland over on the other side of the state near Virginia
I see
into the
Huntington. So I don't.
mountains.
Ashland may be small enough that I can't. Oh, okay.
No,
I have to
Ashland's a
zoom in a
big
little
city over there on the edge near Virginia.
bit. Okay. Oh, there I see it. Yeah, no, I had to zoom in a little bit. So that takes 8 hours. That's eight
Yeah.
hours, and that's entirely on what? Internet six or I-64.
Well, you gotta go through a couple, yeah, and get off and get on. But yeah. And it's a
Mm.
piece of crap highway too, man. I wish they'd pass the marijuana in Kentucky just to improve the highways. I don't want. I mean, for the people that don't want to
What a
smoke
plan.
marijuana, that's fine. I mean, but look at Colorado, man. Look at Illinois. Southern Illinois right now is getting their roads redone, and for people that live around here, that is like, oh my god, you people in Northern Illinois have so much money. You're now giving it to the Southern people. That's unheard of. Oh my god.
Mm.
So yeah, I want marijuana to pass across the country just so we can improve our roads.
All right.
Oh,
I just imagine that story doesn't end with like perfectly made roads. I figure
no,
that
it
story
doesn't.
ends with
But
like you guys out there like
look,
you can kind of drive on this. It's okay.
do you really think? I mean, do you really think that's what's going to happen? I mean, that's
I,
not
I
what's.
don't
I
know.
mean, everybody that's said that over the years, I've just kind of laughed. They're like, people are going to be
Yeah,
high all the time. And it's like people aren't drunk all the time, and I can throw
that's
a rock and hit a damn
it's just a
liquor store.
joke.
I know, I know. I know.
And anyway,
It just always drove me nuts.
okay. Brian says that JJ wants Google to redraw state borders to be more square and cube-like. And okay, I mean, it would make it easier to get to find things. I think. I guess so. Hey,
It
I
would
was
to
thinking
make
about
all of
Kentucky.
them squares. You would make
Yeah,
them
just
easier.
all the well,
So
like I
I can't
really
look and go, okay, there's Kentucky because there's the
no.
top of it. It's the Ohio River.
I have a strong respect for Wyoming because they're the only ones that are like, what are you guys doing? Wyoming is just a rectangle.
No,
It's
I don't
like,
have any respect
yeah,
for Wyoming and
yeah,
Kansas. You're a
yeah,
square. You're
yeah.
boring. That's a boring square. Look
I'm
at
not
the top
saying
of
I'm not
Kentucky.
saying I want my state to do that. My state's shape
Look
is a
at Texas.
brand.
That's a crazy ass. What the hell is Texas?
Yeah.
I mean, at least
It,
we kind of follow something, you know? It's a river.
I don't know. Yeah, you do. You do. Hey, I
Except
was
for I'm
thinking about
blind.
Kentucky this morning because I saw a story. I saw a story and it reminded me, like, oh, I think that takes place in Kentucky. So Quentin Tarantino
Mhm.
is apparently working on a TV series, an 8-episode TV series. Don't know what it's about. He's going to film it next year. He's going to film it, and then like it'll be sold to the highest bidder or whatever. Quentin Tarantino's TV series. Turns out Quentin Tarantino directed an episode or two of ER way back in the 90s, and he did a two-parter CSI episode in the mid
No shit.
2000s. He also is maybe involved in a Justified revival. Did you ever watch Justified with Timothy
Yes.
Oliphant?
Yes. I did. That
So
was in Kentucky.
I loved that show.
Yeah.
I love
I
that show.
play I play that theme song. Hit the theme song of that TV show, I got in my rotation. And wasn't it Brad Paisley's version of, You'll Never
I,
Leave
I
Harlan Alive?
I don't know, but I just know that
That's
it was
that
like every time it
song's a
would come on, I was like, yes,
that
that show was
song is a
great.
big song. You'll Never Leave Harlan Alive is the name of that song. And several people do it. I've got a Patty Loveless version that I play too. It's great. It's really good.
So I always took Justified as like, this is like totally fictitious. Like, there's none of this that's true, but like it's kind of
Nope,
fun.
nope, 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 nope. And that's you got to remember that's the other side of the state. Okay.
Yeah, that's the
E
mountainside, the
East
Appalachia side, right?
Kentucky is completely different than West Kentucky. Those are 2 different states. I live in a different state than Eastern
Right.
Kentucky, really,
Yeah.
because that is mountain country, and those are different set of rules that you live by when you live in the mountains. I'm serious. It's a different society. It's not it's not your
That
civilized New York, let's go to the store and let's go to Applebee's. It's not that kind of living. It's
right.
not. It's you're on the wrong part of property. Your body's never going to be found again.
The pigs ate it.
Yeah, the pigs ate it. It's the truth.
Wow. So I take it you at least liked he's on the air. I take it he must have at least liked the series Justified. And so my understanding is that there may be a revival series with Timothy Oliphant. So that would be awesome. That was on FX for a while, I think. Okay. We got a bunch of news today. Today's show title had, but before we even get into that, I do want to acknowledge this. I saw this yesterday while I was at church. I was scrolling through my Twitter feed, and I saw this come up, and I was just sad. I was sad about it, and I wasn't like heartbroken or anything, but I saw that uh, the Jason David Frank, the Green Ranger from the Power
Oh,
Rangers,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
he took his own life this weekend.
Oh,
He
I didn't
was
know that he committed suicide.
yeah, he died. He was the Green Ranger. Apparently, he was like really great with fans. Like for the last 20 years, they've been going to conventions and stuff, and he was always like really engaging with the fans. He played the Green Ranger. I don't know what season it was on. I remember it was in their 1990s for sure. I figure it was after the first or second season, because the first season or two had like the 2 girls, the yellow and pink, and then they had the boys, the blue, green, and red. And the red guy was the kind of the leader of the
Yeah,
Power Rangers. Yeah.
I'm
And
still
then the
concerned.
Green Ranger, yeah, and the Green Ranger joined the show, and it was supposed to be like a little 14 episode stint. It was supposed to be like a little mini series bit. And then his character was so popular, the Green Ranger was so popular that they brought him back, and he eventually became his character, I think, died and became the White Ranger, and then he was the leader of the team at some point. But this actor, Jason David Frank, he was a pretty good guy, and I believe he has like kids, family, and stuff like that. I just don't know what could cause somebody to actually take their own life, other than they're in such pain. And if you're in like real pain, then you may perceive that as the only solution, or he could have got a bad diagnosis. I just don't know. I just do. I just feel bad for his family.
Hey,
Especially.
any dad out there watching, or you don't have to be a dad, anybody watching, if you feel bad and you feel this way, there are a lot of places that can help. I will help. I made the joke earlier about I don't want people to get in contact with me. Get in contact with me. Find me on Twitter. Find me on the Discord server. Send me a message, or send a message on the Rumble, or something.
Yeah.
I will gladly talk to you, because if there's one person in this world that knows about that, depression and suicidal thoughts and whatnot, it's me. It's me.
Yeah.
Okay. And I have went through it all, and I'm still sitting here, and I will gladly talk to you about the feelings that I had, and the thoughts that I had, and the actions that I did. And I will gladly help you out of it, because it's not a healthy place to be in your head, at all. So
Yeah.
sometimes I just wanted somebody to talk to. I didn't care who it was, somebody, and especially somebody that knows and has been there. So please, there's so much to so much resources to help people with this kind of stuff. This is not
They really are.
the only
There's
answer.
some, and you can get like you can really feel like shut in and closed off from everybody and think that there's no way out. I
Yep.
mean, there's people out there that can talk to you, and
Yep.
like
People that
I
felt
mean,
the exact same stuff that you're not the only one that's ever felt that ever.
suicide is a permanent solution to a temporary problem.
Yeah,
Really, it is.
yeah. It's not the end of the world. Whatever's going on in your life is not the end of the world. It's not. I've thought, no telling how many times I've always had that depressed mindset.
Yeah.
It's still hard to this day for me to, I've tried a lot of different things to keep my brain. I talk about Taoism a lot. That's one that I always kind of go back to, is Taoism. Whenever I get angry or upset or something, or I go back to those thinkings, and it's really hard, but I try to keep it going. So yeah, I saw you put up that story, and I was like, oh man, that sucks.
Yeah, I know, but I have to talk about some, especially because I mean, I was like probably in high school when it came out, so it was like I'm a little
I
bit
know
too
we
old
were
to
a
be
little
watching
too
Power
old
Rangers.
for them. Yeah,
But then I was like, it's
my little
4:30.
brother.
I'm home from school. I don't care. I'm gonna watch
No,
this. This is
you
fun.
watched it too. Yeah, my brother
Yeah,
watched it, so I watched
Fuck.
it. My little brother watched it. And,
Power Rangers smashing buildings, and I was like,
yeah,
this is stupid.
it's kind
I'm
of
gonna
cool.
watch it
Yeah,
anyway.
I'm gonna watch it anyway. I don't know. So
Yeah.
yeah, but I wanted to mention that about if anybody. I mean, you hear that crap all the time, but I'm seriously offering to talk to. I don't care who you are. Right, complete stranger. That's fine.
And
I'll
and we literally do hang out in the Discord server like all day. Like like what was it, Friday? Friday I was in there by myself and I was playing Snap or whatever, and then Deacon was like, "Oh, what's he doing?" And I was like, "Oh, hey, what's up, Deacon?" And we just got on and we're just talking about like whatever for like 20-30 minutes
I
while
was
you were
thinking
doing
about
games.
that. I was thinking about that dude that you played too, man. That one that he didn't make the turn on 5, and then he was
Yeah.
Oh no, I'm going to lose, and it's like, we know you're going to play Infinaut or whatever, and he did, but we
Yeah.
weren't thinking.
I wasn't.
We could have used Shang-Chi.
Yeah. I was like, oh, I could have
Screwed
blown
his
him
whole
out.
world up.
I messed up. I was like, oh, I feel stupid.
I
I
was thinking
obviously
about that
saw him
this
not
weekend.
play. I play.
I gotta
I'm
hit
up to like
hard.
5:45. Like I'm up.
I'm getting
up
close to you.
pretty
I'm
high.
like at 5:15. I
Hold
got
on,
a
let me
new
see what number
card
I'm at.
this weekend, and I don't remember what it was. I don't
Oh, Deacon, do you know that if you get a character all the way up to like Ultra, whatever, you just keep ranking it up. You get
Yeah.
all the way to like
It
Ultra.
splits. Have
It
you seen
becomes
it?
it has a foil version. It starts a new card that's the foil version, and then you start over 25, 100, 200.
Yeah, and then you can put both of those cards in your deck.
Stop.
So I've got Miles Morales. I've got 2 of. I've got the foil version of him. So you can put both of them, because if you have 2, let's say you have 2 copies of Cable. I have 2
didn't know
copies
that.
of Cable. You can only put one of those in your deck, but if you double it and have the foil version, you can put 2 of them.
Wow. I need to really think about which one I want to do there, because I ended up just like because I was just arbitrarily ranking up whatever it was.
Yeah, no, rank up the ones that you know that. Oh,
Well,
okay.
I've been ranking up the ones
2
in my main deck, but I ended up it was Hobgoblin. It was just kind of at the front. I was like, okay, rank up Hobgoblin, and then it was like foil version. And I was like, what? What just happened?
Can you imagine having 2 Sabertooths right now during this Death's Domain?
Yes,
and getting 2 Sabertooths and just popping them, bam, bam, done. And
yeah.
Oh my God, yes, that's.
All right.
I'm loving this Domain right now because I can
come
just
hang out with us in the days, guys. Okay, we got to talk about some more.
Yeah, we got to talk about it. So play Snap with us. Come play Snap.
Yeah,
with
come play Snap.
Woke and broke.
Yeah. Okay. So today's title is now
woke on to
This only works if I kind of say it right.
Okay, do it
Today's
again.
title of the show is "Go Wakanda, Get Brokonda and a New CEO." No, hold on, I messed it up. Go Wakanda, Get Brokonda, new CEO.
You were stretching on that one, but
oh
give
man,
you props.
I know. Well, I woke up at like 5 a.m. I was like, I need a title for the show to get all the cards ready and stuff. And I was like, there's no interesting news on Sunday. There's nothing interesting that happened, but we have this. This is kind of interesting. So Here we go. We'll just talk about that. We're gonna go Disney news. Disney news. Disney CEO is fired. That's Bob Chapek. This is Bob Iger, his predecessor and replacement. Disney ousted chief executive Bob Chapek on Sunday, announced that it had been brought back the former CEO Bob Iger to once again take on the reins. So yeah. Well, I thought it was Iger. It's Bob Iger.
I don't know.
Eager, whatever. So Chapek is out and Iger is back in. Now, for a while, Chapek was like the number two guy under Bob Iger up until about 2020. And then in 2020, he finally retired. And then the pandemic happened. And then Black Widow happened. And, a bunch of stuff that is just Disney has been bleeding money for a while now. And one of the biggest problems is the Disney Plus. So Disney Plus has put Disney in something like $1.5 billion in debt. Iger has been with ABC CEO since 1974. He was in a company man for ABC since 74, and when Disney bought ABC back in 1995, he was promoted to CEO of Disney. He kind of took charge of ABC, and then he was promoted to CEO of Disney in 2005. So from 2005 until 2020, that 15-year gap that included the Marvel Cinematic Universe when it was good, he was in charge then. Iger grew Disney to new heights when they bought Pixar for $7.4 billion in 2006. He bought Marvel for $4 billion in 2009. He bought Lucasfilm for $4 billion in 2012, and they created this juggernaut. Disney closed at $71.3 billion in acquisition of Fox, including 20th Century Fox, Fox Searchlight, FX Networks, and National Geographic. And they made this kind of massive content machine. So if you sign into Disney Plus now, it's do you want to watch Star Wars? You want to watch Marvel? You want to watch National Geographic? All of this other stuff. But it's not making enough money. So then we have these Marvel movies that cost $200-300 million, and they generally make a lot of money. But last couple films have not been so hot, and they've been cramming in agenda and stuff like that. So audiences are getting already pretty tired of some of these movies. The Star Wars franchise has been commented online as being a dead franchise. The Marvel movies, the Marvel superhero movies, there's some talk of fatigue there as well. And then the streaming service revenues are just not bringing it in. So Bob Chapek, out the door. Get out of here. We're going to blame all the failures on Bob Chapek. We're going to bring back Bob Iger, the man that brought Disney to new heights. Now, this all follows I think a third quarter earnings report for Disney that was pretty bad. So Bob Iger has agreed to return to Disney for 2 years, and I guess they're going to find a replacement. You have any thoughts about this? Is there anything you want to see from Disney, or is there any kind of anything you think they need to turn around and guys, do this better or do that better?
No, it doesn't matter.
You don't think so?
No, Disney's going to do what Disney's going to do, and this guy though, and he knows what he's doing. I mean, we can't deny that Bob Iger does not know what he's doing. He has taken Disney from what it was to what it is now. And I know it wasn't all him, but I mean, he was up there. I knew his name. When you say Bob Iger, I know who Bob Iger is because of Disney,
Yeah.
And how many CEOs do you know?
Well, I think this might be a good opportunity to just blame people for failures and fire people.
I agree. I mean, but is any of that going to happen? What the fans want, old Kathleen, what's her name? I mean,
Kathleen Kennedy.
She needs to be. I mean, Star Wars fans want her head. You know,
Yeah, they don't. They
we
blame
hate
her
her.
for everything.
We blame her for everything. So yeah, I mean, and there's a lot of franchises
Well,
that
what about Kevin
that
Feige, right? Because it was been a few weeks, but we had this story about the successes of the MCU. Kevin Feige gets a lot of credit for, but it might have been that those successes were actually because of other people, and he was just kind of the figurehead. For
probably
instance, the Infinity War and then Endgame, that was the Russo brothers,
right.
right? And Guardians of the Galaxy, that was James Gunn pretty much driving that.
Hmm.
And then who's the oh my god, I forgot his name. The director of Iron Man and Iron Man 2. He was heavily influential. Uh
Oh
Favreau was
yeah, John
heavily
Favreau's
influential in the
got
beginning.
his hand in
So
all of this, don't he?
yeah, I think he's like producer now, but he hasn't been directing any of the Marvel stuff since, for a
I love
while. But
him. He's
he
great.
left a strong fingerprint.
Yeah,
Well, as it's
he's
been
great.
like 10 years now, those fingerprints are kind of wearing off, and what you're left with is Kevin Feige. And Kevin Feige stamped stuff is like, oh, we're gonna have Ms. Marvel and Moon Knight and these other things that are like She-Hulk and that are like that range between mediocre to like insulting. so
I think
maybe Kevin Feige is earning a place right there next to Kathleen Kennedy in terms of like you're not responsible for the successes. You're responsible for the dismal mediocrity.
the
So
companies need to quit trying to pander to the 1% and the 0.5% and try to actually please the overall fan base of the franchise that you're talking about. So if we're talking about Star Wars,
right,
quit trying to please, the 0.5% of people, or Marvel with She-Hulk.
right.
And I read on Twitter and I see all these people that we're friends with, and they're like, I really liked She-Hulk. And I'm like, the only reason you're saying that is because you're in a public fucking forum. Is the only reason you're saying that. And you don't want everybody else to think that you're a bad guy because you don't like She-Hulk. And I really don't care what people think about me anymore. I went there for a long time in the MCOC community, and I just
Yeah,
kind of kept my mouth shut on certain things because I didn't want people to think bad about me, and I don't give a crap anymore. But I mean,
yeah,
and I see this stuff for these. I don't understand why Disney don't be like, okay, who's the main people that like Star Wars? Fat neckbeards. Okay, let's appease them. They're the ones that's going to buy the $300 statues of Luke Skywalker and
right,
Darth Maul. We've got a $400 statue of Darth Maul. You're going to buy it if you're a big. So why don't you pander to those people? Huh?
right.
I don't
I think
understand why they don't do that.
I mean, I think it's just corporate greed. I think they think that if we take Star Wars and we make it more mainstream, then more people will
And
watch, and then we'll
everybody
have
will
more
like it.
money. Except, that's not
You
that's not what
gain
happens.
15% and you lose 45%.
Yeah,
That's not I don't
they they should be spending way less money to produce content, and they should be making way more interesting stories. You just like forget about like, oh, this has got to feed into the next movie, whatever. Do like a little series about some like ancient Sith or some ancient Jedi. Just do like these interesting stories. Just do interesting stories and stop doing like, because what's happening is, we got a child abduction. Great, I got an alert about that. Sorry. So just bring it down, reduce your expenses, do more creative stuff, and definitely forget about all the blue-haired weirdos on a Twitter that are telling you like, oh, we got to have diversity, inclusion, and all of that. And like, that should not be your priority. Your priority should be tell a good story, and it doesn't matter who's in it. It doesn't matter which particular character, actor, or whatever. Like, you should be able to look past that and like just tell good stories. Tell something that people can like emotionally hook into, because that's how you get people.
I agree.
I tell you right now, tell little boys stories about other boys becoming heroes, because that shit's inspiring and it makes you want to like relive the story in your head and then play with the action figure and create that like association of like amazing story, a future far, far away you can dream about, and then you can like keep those stories in your mind as you get older and you got a lifelong fan. Or you can go the other way. You can tell a story and tell little boys how bad they are, how they're colonizers or whatever, and then just, I don't know, get them to never watch anything you ever make. Anyway, yeah, Brian says high fantasy epic sagas, let's go. Yeah, for real. Okay, while Deacon is, oh, he's back.
I was trying to figure out what the hell this noise is right outside my wall here, and it's a train. I thought it was a train. It's going really slow, but it never blew its horn. So I'm like, is this a truck that's stuck down this road? What is this sound? It's going to drive me crazy. It's a damn train. So it's just going like half a mile an hour.
So every morning, isn't it like every day they come by and they hoot their horn as they're going by the radio station?
Oh my God. So the radio station is right here. There's a road right here and a road right here. So we're between two railroad crossings. So they just basically the whole way by because they've got a honk of the road. So
wouldn't it be great if they were
day, multiple times a day?
Wouldn't it be great if they were like, this is so funny. Every single day we're going by the radio station and we're honking our horn. But then this morning they're like, we're going to creep up on him and then honk it right now. And honk it right next to him.
See, I came to this radio station after it had been established and whatnot. And I told them, I said, oh man, y'all missed the opportunity to call this radio station like the boxcar or the rail, the rail 95.7 or something, because you're right beside a railroad track. And I used to make fun of it. I used to say this radio station strategically placed next to a railroad track. But Ashley pointed out one day, she said, no, that's the she loved that about the radio station. She said, that's what I love about it. It's a small town, little bitty classic country radio station playing old country songs, and you're right beside a train track. So every once in a while I'm talking on the air and I have to go, hang on a second, the train's coming. You don't hear that on the radio, but it sounds really cool if you're listening to the DJ talk, blah, 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 blah. Hang on a second, the train's coming. And you hear this. All right, as I was saying, blah 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 blah.
They should redesign your office building for your radio station. Make it out of a bunch of boxcars.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah,
I told them another little contest that we should do every time is it could be an impromptu contest, but our numbers are 957, and we used to give away $95.70 on this little contest. I said, why don't we give away $95.70, and the contest only triggers when I'm talking on the air. If I'm talking blah 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 and today's weather and blah blah blah, and the train comes by while I'm talking. So if the train comes by while I'm talking, it triggers the contest, and we play a little contest, and you can win money.
Jeremy's got some ideas for your new radio station idea. For instance, here's a slogan: get railed on 95.7.
Yeah, that's not going to work.
Or 95.7, running trains since 1970. That's pretty good. He's trying to help you out.
That one might
work. Hey, Deacon, do you value? Do you value? I'm changing. This is a segue. This is a segue happening right now.
Segue of the day.
Do you value in the U.S.? I guess it's in the U.S. Maybe it's everywhere. Freedom of the press. Do you trust the press at all?
No.
Well, that's what Sweden said. Sweden said, we don't trust you, so we're going to curtail freedom of the press.
Good. That should be done.
The Swedish parliament approves constitutional amendment limiting the freedom of the press. This is bad. They handcuffed their own country. The Swedish parliament has approved a constitutional amendment to criminalize foreign espionage and disclosure of secret information, limiting what the press may report on certain subjects. The constitutional amendment seeks to make foreign espionage, aggravated foreign espionage, and disclosure of secret information in international cooperation criminal offenses, and it will affect both freedom of expression and freedom of press in Sweden. The new changes could see journalists and others, such as whistleblowers, prosecuted for disclosing secret information that may damage Swedish relationships with other countries. Wow. Hey, so some people at the top of the pyramid they're running this world are like, hey, maybe we'll just see if we can get countries to just stop reporting the news. That'll be an easier way to take over everything. That is crazy. So here's from Breitbart London. World Economic Forum Press Freedom Panel calls for algorithmic suppression of hate speech and rumors. The WEF, the ones, oh no, don't launch that. What happened? That better not be an ad. The WEF, the ones that want you to own nothing and be happy. They are calling for algorithmic suppression of hate speech and press freedom. That's amazing. This is so awesome. We literally are living in like some retarded dystopian future. All right. What do you think, Deacon? I think it's probably fair if you and I are just talking about something on the internet that Sweden could like charge us with what they call it? Espionage for just talking about. Maybe it might be that by merely reporting this story, we may be in violation of Swedish law.
Oh well, I don't live in fucking Sweden.
Yeah, but if they could do it there, maybe they'll try to do it here.
We don't have freedom of the press here.
Could you? The only thing that's
it's all about who scratches my back and who scratches your back.
The thing that gives me confidence is just how difficult it is to pass a constitutional amendment in the United States. Like we can't agree on anything, so we're not gonna do this. We can't do that. We can't do anything. All right. I just thought that was interesting. We live in a bright new world of shut up or go to jail.
Fucking clown world. We live in clown world, dude.
It's every single day. There's a new story of like, it can't get worse.
Have the clown world. Yeah, it can't get worse than this story. Clown world, it can't get worse than this story of the day is what we need to have every freaking day. I used to make a joke. We could do that because I used to make a joke on my radio station where I was like, this was years ago. I would be like, I get a meth story a day around here. I read the news and I was like, we get a meth story a day. And then I was like, it's not just a meth bust a day. It's a meth bust where someone was driving in their car high on meth and had meth in their car. So I'm like, I start looking at these people on the road and I'm like, I read a story a day about people getting busted with meth. So we could do this with the clown world. We could have our clown world story of the day. It can't get worse.
You should have called your meth stuff like the Breaking Bad superfans.
That show, man. That show.
It's so good. But, somebody told me on...
I never watched the whole thing.
Oh, you didn't? Oh, it's so good.
Oh, I just...
You know who thinks it's good right now? For some reason, 9-year-olds to 15-year-olds. Apparently, it's like super popular right now for 9 to 15-year-olds. I'm like, 9-year-olds? You guys need parents.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. Hey, I got a story about a bird.
A bird?
A bird.
Like Jones?
What?
Does he sing like George Jones? Sorry, that's a song.
Yeah, Deacon, you have amazing and great references to musical artists. And every single one of them, they go right over my head. I'm like, is that a singer?
You're asking if George Jones was a singer, and that's
right. Yeah, I know. I know. That's what I'm telling you.
Hurting my feelings.
I'm letting you know that I'm ignorant about what you're talking about.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's so crazy to me because music has been such a huge part of my life. Researchers find a rare bird for first time in 140 years. For
Well,
real?
sorry,
Look
you
up
were
there,
you were still talking.
no, I don't give a
I
crap
know.
about
Okay,
music. This is
I
cool.
am messing this up.
What
All
is
right,
that? I've seen that bird. What is that bird?
Researchers have found this rare bird for the. I read this article and I was like, this is so strange that this is in the news like this. Okay, so I'm gonna tell you. Let's
That
do
bird
this
looks
story.
familiar.
I don't know. Maybe it looks like a peacock or something.
No.
I don't know. So this is the first time that this bird has been documented since 1882.
Wow.
Yeah, researchers cited a black-naped pheasant pigeon for the first time in 140 years after searching a small island off of Papua New Guinea for a month. So the first thing to take away is that some researchers, that's plural, that's multiple people, were in Papua New Guinea for a month looking for a bird, and somebody's paying for this. The team captured footage of the bird in September deep in a forest of Ferguson Island. Before capturing the footage of the ground-dwelling pigeon, researchers conducted countless interviews with locals, set up 20 camera traps, and even had a run-in with pirates. Pirates. The
That's
expedition.
really cool.
Yeah, he's yawning as he says it.
Sorry.
The expedition co-lead John Mittermeier said it felt like finding a unicorn. Researchers previously attempted to find the bird in 2019 that didn't have any luck. So this is like not even the first time they've tried to do this. And I'm not saying, oh, it should be easy to find a bird. I'm saying, like, what is going on that we are funding multiple researchers
not funding it. I'm sure it's some fucking rich person that's a bird person that's giving money to some research.
I would bet you dollar bills that the National Institute of Science has got a grant out to this team to find this pigeon for no reason whatsoever.
Honestly, I would rather give money to find a bird, find shit and animals that we didn't know than to give money for some of this other stupid bullshit that we pay for anyway. So if I'm having to pay for stupid bullshit, I'd rather pay for finding fucking animals.
Well, I don't disagree with that. Other than
if dogs are happy or
shouldn't have to pay for it.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. That's just it's not going to stop. So
this is the sequel expedition. It's not even the first sequel. It's the first expedition. They did it 5 years ago. Couldn't find it. Came back, encountered pirates, interviewed people, set up trap cameras, and then finally got a photo of this bird.
But how awesome is that process? I mean, we've been trying to find. That's really cool that they did it and they knew that this thing was still out there and they found it. I think that's really cool.
Yeah.
Look, yeah. I mean,
it's a bird.
It's a bird, and whoop-de-doop-de-doo but it's really cool that just the process and the concept. That's really awesome. There's a lot of shit. There's a lot of animals and stuff in this world that we still haven't discovered.
Well, how come we can't? If we can track down a ground dwelling pigeon, how come we can't find Sasquatch?
I didn't say anything about Sasquatch, dude.
I mean, like, if we're gonna put dollar bills into finding birds, let's pool our money and put a research team together to go find Sasquatch.
Some people believe that Sasquatch can jump planes of existence. That's why we've never found him.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm. I'm being serious.
He's an interdimensional. You're saying he's an interdimensional teleporting.
He's an interdimensional planeswalker.
A planeswalker. A planeswalker. Oh, Brian is disputing my claim that we haven't found Sasquatch. Yet another topic of which I am egregiously ignorant. Okay.
And Nessie?
Too good. Find Nessie. Come on, Nessie's not real. That was a log, dude. That's a log.
You know what? You know what I really thought, and I don't know if this is up there in Scotland, if they have sturgeon up there, but do they have sturgeon up there? Because have you seen how big some of those sons of bitches can get? I seen some kind of video not too long ago of this gigantic, monstrous freaking sturgeon, and this thing swimming in the water would straight up look like a freaking dinosaur in the freaking water back in the day. If you seen a sturgeon come up, one of those giant sturgeon come up to the water, it would straight up look like, oh my God, what is that enormous freaking thing in the water? The giant sea snake or some crap.
Wow,
So I don't know,
did you know
maybe.
sturgeon live to be 50 to 60 years old
Wow, I didn't know that.
until you catch them and eat them?
Until you catch them. Lobsters don't die, don't they? I mean, don't lobsters live forever?
A sturgeon is a fish, not a lobster. What do you
I
mean?
know, but you were talking about sturgeons live 50 or 60 years until you catch them.
Oh yeah,
I don't think
yeah.
lobsters die. I
Oh,
think,
do
I
they?
think they
They
just
just
live
keep going.
forever.
They're immortal.
I think they're immortal. Yeah, I'm being serious. I don't think
That was
I think we
that was
believe
God's
people
deal with some creatures. He was like, "You get to be immortal, all right, but you got to
die.
walk around like this."
You gotta walk around like this. You gonna be a bug underwater, bitch.
Yes, that's awesome. I didn't know that. Okay,
Humans, we're gonna
all
give
right,
you a brain, but we're gonna make
all
you
right,
see and smell.
yeah.
Sasquatch might actually be a few remaining Gigantopithecus.
Oh, Gigantopithecus.
I know what he's talking about. Me and Jeremy have watched the same documentaries. Read the same books when we were kids.
Yeah, it's not surprising me at all that you guys clash.
we're so much alike that
I
we're
have
different.
I am 0% surprised. All right, I got another bird story. Deacon.
Okay. Yeah, a bird.
But this one is less fun. Well, maybe it's more fun. I don't know. Here we go. Let's see. 1, 2, 3. Okay, I got to do it like this and this. Maybe this way. This works. Deacon, as you know, following the 2020 presidential election and the insurrection that was whatever.
The what?
Donald.
What happened?
Yeah, right.
What happened?
The internet innocently and not at all out of corruption banned the president of the United States from Twitter.
They banned Joe Biden?
Facebook. No. They're never going to ban him. They're never going to ban him.
Okay, good.
You always make sure that you keep your good sock puppets available to say whatever you need. So Joe Biden's never. No, they banned Donald Trump. Donald Trump from Twitter. And at the time when he was president, he had something like 88 million followers, and he could go on there and be like, "Rosie O'Donnell is fat," and people would be like, "This is hilarious." And that was our president. Those were the good days.
That was one of the good days. I miss when my president called Rosie O'Donnell fat.
So, I mean, she is. So, as you know, Elon Musk purchased Twitter and apparently fired like everybody. This is great. And the left was like, "Oh no, Twitter service is going to stop working. Let's all go to Mastodon." And then they said, "How do we do Mastodon?" And I'm just laughing at them because like, you guys are stupid. So
and then didn't Elon like fire like almost every single person at Twitter besides like two people, the janitor and one other guy. There's like 4 guys that work there now. And Elon and the 4 other guys are running the whole show.
It's essentially that. There was like 7,500 people working at Twitter, and apparently 7,500 people were doing 50 people's jobs.
No shit. And they were eating $2 million worth of lunch a year.
Yeah. It was a total. It's a total. And he gets in there and he's like, "Okay, show me how everything works."
Because I'm eating crackers for fucking lunch because I can't afford lunch. They're having caviar and snails. And okay, you don't kiss my ass. I don't feel sorry for a damn one of you.
No, one of them. So Elon gets in there and he's like, "Okay, show me how everything works." And he brought his engineers in. He's like, "Tesla engineers, look at this. Make sure this works." And then he was like, "That's your explanation? That's what?" Okay, well, I'm just going to...
We're going to do it this way.
You guys are all fired. All of you.
Yeah.
All right. So...
And they were having little parties, fired parties. Did you see the guy they were like counting down?
Oh, yeah.
We're
They were like, ha
fired.
ha
Let's
ha,
look
we're
for
fired, and then
let's look
everybody else
for
is like, yeah,
things to
you
work.
idiots.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
morons. You're
I saw
fired.
I saw I saw a great meme the other day. It was like it was the meme where it's like the guy that's like grinning and then sad. The grinning one was like, ha ha ha, we're gonna quit Twitter, we're leaving Twitter or whatever, because we don't want to work hard. And then the sad one was like explaining to your next interview why you left Twitter because you didn't want to work hard.
Yeah, and also, I mean, what's also coming out about those employees, it's like, "Hi, I worked for Twitter for 7 years, and I quit because I didn't, want to work and blah blah blah." But then and me as the employer would be like,
I'm not
"So,
hiring you.
so you're one of the people that Elon fired because y'all wasn't working, and now he's like, he cut his workforce by like
Right.
90%."
Yeah.
And he's still doing the exact same job, I'm not hiring you. You didn't do shit. That's like
Yeah,
telling
what
you
did
to
you do?
sweep the floor and you like sweep one area and you say it's done, or you turn on a
Yeah.
fan. I tell you to sweep the floor and you turn on a fan. That's what that's what the equivalent is.
So, okay,
I think it's
so
funny. Did you vote in this reinstate former President Trump?
yeah, I did, but I
Vote
did vote,
no.
but then I was like, I don't want this to be how the actual decisions are made. And the reason I'm bringing this up is because I don't think this is not how actual decisions were made. Okay, so last week, Elon, I think on Friday said, I'm reinstating Kathy Griffin, Jordan Peterson, Alex, somebody controversial figure, a bunch of people that have been banned for being controversial. He
Yeah.
reinstated them.
Why
And
did they
then,
not put him
hold
up?
on.
Why didn't they do Trump at the same time?
Yeah, well, he didn't.
It's
I'm going to
bullshit.
tell you. I'm going to tell you what he said, and then I'm going to tell you what I think. That Freedom Friday post where he said we're reinstating all these people. People responded with unban Alex Jones, and Elon Musk said no. And me and a bunch of people were like, well, why not? Because I thought it was going to be free speech, and just because he says stuff you don't like, So I don't know why they're not bringing back Alex Jones. And then they said Elon said that a decision on Trump was not made yet. Then on Saturday, I think it was Saturday, he posted this poll. Now, superficially, ostensibly, I shouldn't have tried to say that word. He posted this poll and he said, reinstate former President Trump, yes or no. And then he followed it up with this post, Vox Populi, Vox Dei. So what you're supposed to think is that Twitter users get to vote on whether or not Trump is reinstated. One, I don't want that to be how things work because I wouldn't want Elon to be like, hey, how about we just arbitrarily vote to ban somebody? Well, that's the exact same thing as arbitrarily voting to reinstate somebody. I think he should have just reinstated him. But I believe that what Elon was doing here was marketing and harnessing media, because by posting this and getting people to tweet about it, there was stories run about it, and then there's people coming to see on Twitter, what's going on. So he's got all of these dum-dums leaving for Mastodon. Well, they have to come back to Twitter to vote in this poll, right? So the results come back. Unsurprisingly, more people want Donald Trump to be reinstated than to be banned. And some of these people want him back because they like Donald Trump. And some of these people want him back because they don't like Donald Trump, but they do like free speech. And that means letting people say things you don't like in public places. So in response to this entire thing, Donald Trump over on Truth Social said, vote now with positivity, but don't worry, we aren't going anywhere. Truth Social is special. So Donald encouraged his constituency to go vote in this poll, but it appears that Donald remains committed to not use Twitter. He obviously
Good for
spun up
him.
his own social media platform.
I don't agree with how I agree with what you said. I don't agree with how Elon done this. And I mean, when he reinstated that horrible piece of human trash that is
Kathy
Kathy
Griffin,
Griffin,
yeah,
I mean, she is not only a disgusting human being on the inside, but she is on the outside as well. I can't look at her. I would rather look at the crypt keeper, than to look at Kathy Griffin. She is such a
Yeah.
disgusting,
Yeah, I don't
ugly
like her.
human being on the inside and outside. But I agree. You're gonna let her say her nasty shit, and they you should have had a vote for her too. Put the vote for reinstate Kathy
Wow.
Griffin and see what
So,
that one does.
see, that's the thing. Elon posted this, and some people are thinking like, "Oh, we get to vote. This is democracy." This isn't democracy. This is
It's
a
not
marketing stunt.
democracy.
You
This
dumb
is a
dumb.
stunt. That's right. It is a complete stunt.
Yeah.
This is
So
all it is, and I
now,
think it's hilarious that Trump was like, I think it's perfect that Trump was like, "Hey, no, I'm not. I'm not coming back. Y'all can kiss my ass." I think
so
it's great.
so there's this back and forth. There's Elon saying, "Should I let Trump back in?" And then Trump's like, "Yeah, go vote, but I'm staying here. Truth Social special. I'm going to stay here." And then Elon posted this today. "And lead us not into temptation." This is an image of Donald Trump, this holy monk. Definitely not looking at this
You gotta
Twitter
be
hooker.
kidding me. Lord of mercy. Clown world. We live in a fucking clown world.
The top reply is from formerly banned Jordan Peterson. "You are pretty damn funny, Mr. Musk." So, oh, what's this? Oh, that's a different moment. So I thought that was a pretty good meme, but you had to have a lot of context to understand what was going on here.
Exactly.
So, all right. So the world is approaching back to old normal. Donald Trump is not banned from Twitter anymore, and he's not going to tweet on Twitter. He's going to, and if he does, if he even goes over there once, he's going to undermine the entire Truth Social platform. So he just can't. So he can't. So I mean, basically, everybody gets what they want. I think everybody gets what they want, except for this. As you can see, Alex Jones is trending in the U.S.
Oh God, who cares?
Oh,
Blah blah.
hey, Alex Jones is fun. He's funny.
Alex Jones is nothing but a marionette. Like all the other ones, they're just marionettes.
Come here, Barbie.
It's that sleepyhead.
Oh, my little darling.
She's always got the biggest smile. She's sleepy.
Here, I'm gonna put this in your ear so you can hear Deacon, and I'm gonna let you tell about what we're gonna do today.
Hi.
Can you hear Uncle
Can
Deacon?
you hear me? Hi. What are you going to do today?
Go to Grammy's house.
Oh, how fun is that?
It's really fun.
Are you going to get to drive in the car for a little bit?
Are we gonna go on a big road trip?
And then
And who's going with us?
Is Ruby?
Yeah, Ruby's over there.
Yeah, Ruby's gonna ride in the trunk.
Ruby's a dog. Even he's gonna meet a new dog at Grammy's house named Max.
So Ruby's going to have a friend over there?
Yes.
That's so cool.
What is that? Oh, hold on. Somehow, you guys can't hear it, but I can. Somehow, a cooking show has started up in the background. I was hearing a bunch of noise. All right, so we're gonna go on a road trip today, and we're gonna go see Grammy, and who else are we gonna go see?
Papa.
Cool.
And who else are we gonna see?
Who? Isabel and Diego. Diego's the most silly one then.
Oh, your cousin Diego and Isabel?
He's silly.
No, Isabel. No, only Diego.
Only Diego. Okay.
Because he forgot to take his sock off, and then he just he wiggled his hand at me and then
I did.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. And are we gonna see Uncle Jeremy too?
Yeah,
Who are you most excited to see?
Max.
Diego.
Oh, now you're most excited to see Diego?
'Cause
Take that, Uncle Jeremy.
Diego's funniest.
Oh,
he's
Diego's the funniest? All right. All right. All right. I think we're gonna wrap this up, and then I'm gonna go
Well, have fun.
with your sister.
Have
Okay.
fun when you're on your trip.
Hey, yeah. Say thank you.
Thank you.
Are you gonna drive? Do you want to
Are you
drive the car?
driving?
Nah,
Dad,
Why
let you
not?
drive?
I'm not allowed.
Oh, okay. One day you will be, though,
All right.
but not
Yeah.
too soon.
All right.
All right.
All right, man. Guys, it's 7:32. We're right on time. It's
All right.
Thanksgiving week. I am going to be here all week. Not here, but we're going to have the show all week long. So we are having it
We'll be
Monday,
here.
Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. We're going to do it Thursday morning. We're going to have a Thanksgiving Day special. Don't worry, I have nothing planned yet. We'll figure it out. It'll be great. Oh, she has something to say. What do you have to say?
Put my head on that.
Okay. And that's all that we have this morning. Thank you for watching.
I'm gonna put something.
Okay. If you're going
I
to
know
say
what she
anything, can you
wants.
say please subscribe to rumble.com/JJW?
Nah, I'm good.
Okay. If you haven't
Important.
if you haven't already, please go to rumble.com/JJW. Subscribe. Check out the links in the description below if you want to hang out with us. We have a Discord server. And if you love the show if you love the show so much you want to support us with dollar bills, go to jjw.locals.com, become a member. We love you, everybody.
Great.
Gosh.
Let me talk like a duck to her. That's what she wants.
Yeah. Oh, you want to talk like a duck? Here you go. Here you go. Here you go.
Hello.
Hello. What you
Oh,
doing?
wow. That's really good.
What you doing? Hello. Hi.
Okay.
Bye.
Say bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye. Bye.
I knew
Where's
that's
the
what she
video?
wanted.
Yeah, that's what she wanted. Bye, everybody.
Bye.